Hello everyone, good morning. This is English trainer Basavaraj, your beloved English trainer. Students, in the previous classes, we studied analysis of English case English main question paper which was conducted in Feb 2021. And today I'm before you to discuss with you and analysis one more question paper which was conducted in 2017. Students, the time allotted was 2 hours and about marks is 150. Well, the pattern is same. Let's begin with part A. The very first question is fill in the blanks with appropriate forms of the verbs given in the brackets. 5 questions are asked. Each question carries 1 mark, and here it is. And the clues are given after the sentence in the bracket. Already we have, tackled such kind of questions, and here with one more new question paper. Well, first, the question should be read very carefully. Students, this time I'm going to use English only. Previously, it was dual language, English as well as Kannada. This time, I'm going to explain in English only. I'll come with another question paper with Kannada and English analysis. Well, the very first question is fill in the blanks with appropriate forms of the verb given in the brackets. Well, the sentence, the very first question, question number A. The dash of the group dance competition walked away with a handsome prize. There was a, dancer group. They performed. After that, they won the, prize and went with handsome prizes given them. Well, the clue is win is given. Read the sentence. The dash of the group dance competition walked away with handsome prize. If they have got a handsome prize, of course they have won the competition. Here, the right answer is the win of the group dance competition. The right word is the winners of the group dance competition walked away with handsome prize because group is given. Of course, it is the winners, not win, because win is a verb form. The right word is the winners of the group dance competition walked away with a handsome prize is going to be the right answer. Well, question number B. Parents should stop dash children for scoring low grades. See, when the students score low grade, what usually parents do? They begin dash. So they are supposed to stop that dash. What is that dash? So dash, the bracket, the clue is given, admonish. Students, admonish is nothing but compelling or forcing or stressing on them to read well. So the right word is parents should stop admonishing the children for scoring low grades. When they score low grades, we should not pressurize them. So admonishing it is called V1 plus ing form, but this is known as gerund. It gives a meaning of noun form. V1 plus ing as a verbal noun is what we use the technical term. The right word is admonishing is the right word. Question number C. The detective dash solved the robbery case with available evidence. There is a detective with his dash solved the robbery case with available evidence. Here, the right assiduous is given. Assiduous is not a right word. Assiduousness is nothing but fidelity, what we call pramanikate nishte. The detective assiduous solved the robbery case, not assiduous. So, assiduous is the right word. Question number D. The climbers reached the peak. I mean, there are some mountain climbers. They reached the peak after dash the blizzard successfully. Blizzard was what we'll call that hima birugadi, like ice storm we call it, right? Here the clue is given weather. Read the sentence once again. Weather is havamana vatavarana, but in this word I'm going to use it as weathering. Weathering is nothing but havamana vaiparitya, or the effect of the weather. So the climbers reached the peak after weathering the blizzard successfully. So weathering is going to be a right answer here, not weather. Well, question number E. The dash crops across the farmland paints a grim. Grim is nothing but heart rendering a scene or picture. So the dash crops across the farmland paints a grim picture of the drought situation. Here, drought is nothing but the barren land. What do you call that? The effect of no rain. That is called drought. It turns into, when there is no rain, the farmland turns into drought land where we cannot grow anything. Well, the dash crops. So the dash crops is what yield. What kind of what kind of crops? Wither is given here. Wither is a verb form. Withered is adjective form. It looks like a V3, a past participle. It can be used as an adjective form. The withered crops means which is not fresh. Withered, you know that body hogiruvanthaddu or masi hogiruvanthaddu. The withered crops across the farmland paints a grim picture of the drought situation. When you look at the picture of the farmland, which is already withered, it shows, the heart-rending picture of the drought situation. So instead of wither, I just modifying it using the withered crops is going to be a right answer. This is what 5 questions and 5 marks. Dear friends, I observed many times the very first question, the first main question is asked about parts of speech only. There are 8 parts of speech like noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections, and most probably noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, and verb forms are asked. And if here we did not find any prepositions, conjunctions, or related to interjections, the first 5 parts asked here. This is what 5 questions and 5 marks. Let's move to the second question. Fill in the blanks with the correct word form of the pair of the words given in the bracket. A question is given, there is a blank, and 2 options are given. And I observed most of the options here given are, we call it, they pronounce the same, but meaning might be different. Of course, not might be, meaning is different, and spelling is also different. These words are called homophones. Homo in the sense the same, phone in the sense sound. They sound the same, but spelling differs, also meaning differs. Let's see the first question. Mythological plays have many dash to the concept of God and heaven. So in our Indian history, we have mythological stories. So mythological plays have many dash to the concept of the God and evil. When we read the mythological stories, we get the information about God as well as evil, the good and the bad. Let's see the options. The first option is allusion is given. Second one is illusion. Students, allusion in the sense उसका जिक्र किया गया, ಅದರ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. And illusion in the sense which is not true, bhrame or bhranti. When we talk about the mythological stories, of course the prastapa is the right one, so I take the first option, allusion. So mythological plays have many allusion, so many, ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ, many allusion to the concept of God and evil. So about the God and evil in our mythological stories, there are so many allusions like ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಪಡಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. Question number B, the sprinters was out of dash after finishing the race. Sprinter is what? Swift runner who runs very swiftly. So there are 2 options given. First one is, the very first one is breath. Students, breath is nothing but noun form usiro. Second one is breathe is given. Breathe is nothing but action word kriyapada rupa usiradu. See, the sprinter was out of breathe, we cannot write out of breath. See, when he ran, when he reached the destination, the goal, the ultimate point, the sprinter was out of breath after finishing the race. Nothing but when he reached the destination, the final, destination, he was out of breath, not breathe. Well, move to the question number C. Travelers should be careful not to dash their belongings at crowded place. When you are traveling, there's a huge crowd, and when we, being a travelers, we should not dash the belongings. So what? There are 2 options given. First one is LWC, lose. Lose in the sense I have written here sadilada, sadilo. In English we can call it slack, which is not tight, which is not completely fastened. That is called slack, sadilada. Second option is lose in the sense we lose our belongings, means we lost it sometime. We say like now kaladkodತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. So travelers should be careful not to lose their belongings. It means they should not get it lost. ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. So I have taken lose as an option, and it fits very well in the question. Question number D. The dash of the seniors was handled well by the juniors who ignored it. See, the dash of the seniors might be some, what you'll call them. Let's see the options, you will get to know that. First one is taut. Taut in the sense tight, bigiyaada, what you call. So next one is taunt, nothing but what you'll call that. Hangisodu, mocking at, anakisu, like that. I suppose the TA event is going to be the right word here. Let's see. The taunt of the seniors, when seniors taunt the juniors, no, taunting in the sense of mocking at them, insulting them, like looking down upon someone, look down upon someone, we say. The taunt of the seniors was handled well by the juniors who ignored it. Means when the seniors ignored the juniors, mocking at them, insulting them, which was properly handled by the juniors is given. So it is going to be taunt is the right answer. Question number E. The dash was too narrow to walk comfortably. Students, narrow in the sense which is difficult to walk. The place is not comfortable enough to walk, or you can say that which is not broad at all, something consistent. That is called narrow. The dash was too narrow to walk comfortably. Means there is some place which is very much consistent to walk that we cannot walk there. There are two words given. First one is AISLE. I'll we say ISLE is also I'll only. See, I have given the transcription here. I've given the transcription. If you are quite good at, phonetics, you can get to know very easily. Pronunciation is almost the same. As I said, these all are called homophones. They pronounce the same. They sound the same. But the spelling and the meaning will differ. So here, the dash was too narrow to walk comfortably. First one, AISLE in the sense, Padasale, we say that. In the big room we have, no, that one. Second one, ISLE in the sense, a small island. In a meaning I have given Dvipa or Paryaya Dvipa. Students, I'm going to challenge you this question. Read the question carefully. I have given the meaning. Can you please comment with the right answer? Because one is the Padasala is given, another one is Paryaya Dvipa is given. Please comment with the answer. Okay. And my number is here. You can WhatsApp me, or you can talk to me. You can Telegram me. My number is 8951880403. This is what my online number, where if you are interested in any of the exams like KTT, CTT, GFGC, GPSTR, HSTR, SSC, MTS, CHSL, IBPS, CAPS, CBI, ED, NSG, IAS, or any other defense training, you can talk to me on this number. You can contact me, and you will get an excellent training for any of the competitive exams. So let's move to the next question, students. I told you, so you are supposed to comment me this question. What is the right answer? Let me move to the next question. Question number 3. Complete the following idioms using the meanings next to them as clues. Students, a question is given, there is a blank, and two clues are given, right? And you see to it, you have to select the right option, and you have to complete the idiom. Students, what do you mean by idiom? Idiom is nothing but we say that non-nudigalu. You can say that speciality of a special tools of languages, bhasha vaishishtagalu or non-nudigalu. So this is what idioms you have to complete with the given clues in the brackets. They are just clues only. That's not going to be the right answer. Well, the very first one is to bury the dash means forgive, meaning you have to give there. To bury the hatchet is going to be right answer. So the complete idiom is to bury the hatchet. Nothing but forgive. Second one is to call a spade. To call a spade, dash is given. I mean, talking directly, chimax, or you can say the straightforward, ಮುಗಿನ ನೇರಕ್ಕೆ ನಡೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು, right? Very bold, way of, respond. That is called. And the right answer is to call a spade a spade. Here I written to call a spade, nothing but ಇದ್ದದ್ದನ್ನ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಮೂಗಿನ ನೇರಕ್ಕೆ ನಡೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. జైసా హై వైసా హీ బతానా, ఎలా ఉందో అలాగే చెప్పడం. That is called to call a spade a spade. That is called speaking directly. Well, question number C. To let the sleeping dogs dash means a dog is sleeping, do not disturb it. So what is the complete idiom here? To let the sleeping dogs lie. To let the sleeping dogs lie, in the sense, let the dog sleep calmly and peacefully, not to disturb. The complete one is to let the sleeping dogs lie, means let others freely without any disturbance is going to be the answer, and it is a clue undisturbed. Move to the next question. Question number D. To live in a dash. Option is given here, clue is given, abandon in the sense what, like इसे हिंदी से बीच में छोड़ दिया, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, right? That is called, right, I mean, that is called abandon, or in English we have another word named desert. Just a moment, students. Yes, I'm coming back again. Well, let's see the answer then. Yeah, to live in the lurch is the right answer. To live in the lurch in the sense to leave someone without help, without any making favor. You can also call that deserting the people when they are in difficulties. Saath nahi dena. So ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋದು. So the right answer is to live in the lurch is the right answer. Last but not the least, question number E. Nip in the dash. So dash, what you have to fill with, a clue is given. Crush in the sense what? ಹೊಸಕಿ ಹಾಕೋದು, or you can say that smashing them. So right idiom is nip in the bud. Nip in the bud. If I take a small example, there is a plant, there are small miniatures, they are not well grown up. When you crush them before it grows, that is called nip in the bud. Okay, so the right answer is what? Nip in the bud, nothing but crushing, means to stop something at the early stage. ಬೆಳೆಬ ಸಿರಿ ಮೊಳಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ something they say. So ಹೊಸಕಿ ಹಾಕು or ಅಡ್ಡಿಪಡಿಸು, ಆತಂಕಪಡಿಸು is the right meaning. Well, move to the next question, students. That is question number 4. Match the movement of the body part with appropriate emotion, attitude, context. So there are 5 questions. Again, each question carries 1 mark. You have to match with the left column into right column. Right? Let's see that. See, I have given the answers. To poke one's nose, then head over heels, head and shoulders above, oily tongue, hand to mouth existence. And you have to match with the right side column, poverty, flatter, intrude, best of all, and crazy. I have already matched here. To poke one's nose is nothing but intrude, ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ವಹಿಸೋದು, बीच में टांग लड़ाना, or meddling is what we say in English. Second one is head over heels, means crazy. What do you say? In Bangalore language we say ailu, tiklu, something you say. Like ಒಂಥರ ಹುಚ್ಚ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Next one, head and shoulders above. Head and shoulders above means when you do something, when you are doing something, when you are indulged in the task, you are surpassing everybody's performance, or you can say that you are something different. So best of all is nothing but excellent way of performing. So the right answer is head and shoulders above is nothing but best of all. Next one, oily tongue is given. Oily tongue in the sense flattering, pussy ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು, or you can say coaxing. You can say coaxing. So that's going to be the right answer. Next, hand to mouth existence in the sense there are so many people they cannot get even 2 square meals every day. Hand to mouth existence means without any comforts they are leading the life. That is called utter poverty. ಬಡತನದಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವಿಸೋದು. So this is what. Let's move to the next question. Students, King English Online Academy, I conduct all the online classes exclusively English only. My my teaching is in multi languages. So most commonly in Karnataka I use Kannada as well as English. If you are a Hindi, if you are a Telugu, if you are a Marathi, I can also teach in your mother tongue also. So, but the target language is going to be English itself. Let's move to the next question. Fill in the blanks with the correct collective nouns given in the bracket. This question is quite common, and especially fifth main is going to be collective nouns only. Students, in parts of speech, the very first part is noun. Noun is nothing but naming word. In Kannada we say namapada, Hindi namapad, right? Telugulo చెప్పాలంటే పేరు, right? Marathi madi now. In French we call it nome. So, no issues. So, in a noun, we have the varieties of nouns. The very first one is common noun, which is countable. Second one is collective noun. Collective noun in the sense, let me say something about collective noun. Let me describe it. Students, collective noun, I'll give an example. When you say collection of books, where we find the collection of books? Especially library. Collective noun should be the characteristics of collective noun is the name itself is single. See, library, it is singular. When you heard the name, when you heard the word library, so it has a huge collection of books. So name itself is singular, but it has a similar kind of noun which is available in group. So one more example, if you say army, 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 army in the sense Sainya, a group of soldiers. Again, name is army, not armies, but you will find number of soldiers, group of soldiers. This is called collective noun. Well, there are 5 questions and 5 options are given, which are given in the bracket: crew, curve, host, cloud, fleet, bunch. These words you have to match with these blanks with right guessing. So I have already written the answers here. Dash of cars is given, dash of thieves, dash of singers, dash of sparrows, dash of dust. See, if you go with anyone, when we talk about the singers, of course we say chord, right? When we talk about the sparrows, of course we say fleet, right? When we talk about dust, of course we can use cloud. See, the in the competitive exams, the timing is very important. So you have to maintain the time within the stipulated time. You have to complete the question paper. So when you go with the known answers, fill them before whichever whatever the answers you know. Rest of the 2 or 3 when they remain, no, you can guess and fill it. See, here are the right answers. The first one is bunch of cars. Bunch is going to be the answer. Second one is crew of thieves. It is suitable. Third one is corps of singers. Fourth one is fleet of sparrows. Last one is cloud of dust. See, cars, thieves, singers, sparrows, dust. So dust we cannot count it because it is a material noun. Or you can say, yes, it is material. But group of cars, collective noun. Group of thieves, collection of thieves. Group of singers, number of singers. Group of sparrows, huge collection of sparrows. And the single word is, that is, bunch is nothing but single. See, bunch, crew, chord, fleet, cloud, all are singular. They represent plural of cars, thieves, singers, sparrows, and huge collection of dust. So it is bunch of cars, crew of thieves, chord of singers, fleet of sparrows, cloud of dust. This is how you can answer. Let's move to the question number 6. Complete the proverbs by matching A with B. Students, proverbs are nothing but in Kannada we call it gadegalu, gade matugalu. You have to match it. Let's see, let's match with A and B. A chain is only as discretion is the better. Fools rush in. Hell hath. Hath is a old English, nothing but has. Right? It is, old English. Hell hath no fury. Procrastination is. You have to match with this. The thief of time, where angels fear to tread. Strong as its weakest link. Part of valor. Valor is nothing but bravery. Like a woman scorned. Scorned is nothing but angry, reddened face or reddened eyes. Anger. Okay. The right matching is, yeah, here it is. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Next one, discussion is the better part of valor. Next, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Next, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Next one, procrastination is the thief of time. This is what a perfect matching. Students, for idioms, proverbs, and phrases, you have to practice a lot. During my online classes, I have colorful notes with meanings in Kannada and Hindi, and I'll give huge collection of idioms, phrases, idioms, proverbs, and phrases, most probably which are very much helpful for competitive exams, because we cannot read all the idioms and phrases. There are general proverbs, and field wise we have different phases, and number of proverbs and idioms. One cannot read all. So related to competitive, I'll let you know. Right, you can join the online classes. Just call me 8951000403, and the channel is King English King English Basavaraj Vanaki sir, where you can get my YouTube channel. I repeat, King English Basavaraj Vanaki sir. You will find my all the videos. You can go through them. Most of the videos are done on different grammatical parts which are useful to all the competitive exams, both state as well as central government, also for SSC and defense force. Well, let's move to the next question. Substitute the phrases with a single word from the given below. Students, phrase is nothing but what do you call that? It is a part of a sentence which possesses more than two or three words, but it is not a complete sentence. That is called phrase. But here, substitute the phrases with a single word from the given word. It is related to something like one word substitution. A phrase is given, you have to read it carefully, read it cautiously, and after that you have to decide what's the suitable one word substitution for that. The very first one, pretentious, showy, or vulgar display. And the right one is, you can go with here, ostentatious. So here I have written the transcription, ostentatious. So this one is the right answer. Next one, artistic or related to good taste. That's called astute. Here I have written the transcription, astute. The next one, to signal the approach of any event, that is called harbinger. Harbinger, I have written the transcription here. You have to read it. I'll give a number of huge collection of this one, so that in online classes we can get all those. Question number D, to possess shrewdness and discernment. Nothing but aesthetic. You see, aesthetic. Well, next one, state of commotion. Commotion is nothing but a kind of a turmoil, or what you saw, galabe gaddala. So the turmoil is the right answer. Likewise, all these options, all these clues, I matched before the questions, and I have finalized it. Likewise, you can read it. So 5 questions, 5 marks. Each question carries 1 mark. This is what. Well, question number 8, write the opposites using the appropriate prefixes given in the bracket. As I discussed in the previous question paper, there are two kinds of usage, before the word and after the word. Here, before the word is nothing but prefixes. I mean, pre-usage of the word which is used, pre. I mean, before the word, that's called prefix. If the word is used after the word, that's called suffix. So likewise, you can remember. And the prefix clues are given is, first one is ill, second one is dis, followed by miss, then im, finally in. The words are polite is given, followed by competent, then continue, followed by trust, and the last followed by trust, and the last one is legible. Let's match it. I already matched it, which are available in blue colored fonts, sky blue colored fonts. These are all my perfect answers. You can go there. Let me read it for you. Polite, impolite, competent, incompetent, continue, discontinue, trust, mistrust, legible, and illegible. This is what is the right answer. They are very easy in using it. In online classes, you will get all those, because I am going to discuss to you how to use prefix and suffixes. What are the different rules for that? Even I am going to teach you these phonetic symbols also. There are totally 44 phonetic symbols, 24 consonants, 8 pure vowels, and 12 impure vowels. They are called diphthongs. These all things we'll discuss this. Let's move to the next question. Students, the next question is part B. Question number 9. Rewrite the following sentence as directed. I again emphasize this. I again recall it. I want to recall you. I want to remind you that these questions we have been studying right from school days. Do as directed. Right? Write the following sentence as directed. There are totally 5 questions. So each question carries 1 mark. 5 into 1 is equal to 5 marks. The very first question is Saina Nehwal has inspired many youngsters to take up badminton as a sport. I mean, she has inspired so many youngsters to involve themselves in badminton as their main sports. A word is underlined, that is badminton. Badminton is underlined. Then what is the direction? Frame a WH question to get the underlined word as answer. See, the underlined word is badminton, which is underlined. When you read the question, you have to read like Sania Nehwal has inspired many youngsters to take up dash as a sports. Dash as a sports. See, when some term is underlined, of course, the suitable word is what. So I have rewritten the sentence with the frame question. What has what has Sania Nehwal inspired many youngsters to take up as a sports? That is badminton. Students will study this topic in online classes. Of course, you can join me, and the explanation will be in multi languages, universal languages. I cannot say universal because I'm a linguist. I can use some multi languages, but in Karnataka, Kannada and English is quite common. Again, target language is English. Let's move to the second question. The batsman should put up in the sense display. He should perform. He should show his performance as stellar show in the sense what? Excellence performance for us to win the match. I mean, the batsman should show an excellent show for us to win the match. This is the question. The direction is rewrite the sentence beginning with unless. See, students, we are supposed to use unless in this sentence and you have to modify the sentence. But the meaning should not differ. Meaning should be the same using the unless. Students, when we use unless, what is the answer? See, unless the batsman put up a stellar show for us, he cannot win the match. Means to say, unless the batsman uses excellent display of his sports, he cannot win the match. Of course, the meaning is same again. I use unless, and in between I use cannot. This is what. Dear students, regarding this question, in degrees also, when we are studying, when we are when we are a degree student, like bachelor degree, this question was quite common. There are 2 more. I just wanted to recall you. You can use unless. You can use remove to so that not, or sometimes they ask that remove so that not and use to. And these 3 questions are fixed in degree colleges. You have already studied it when you are a bachelor, scholar. Well, next one is question number C. Usain Bolt is the world's greatest sprinter. The question is given. You have to use the tag question, students. What is tag question? I told you there are 2 kinds of tag question. If the sentence is positive, this given sentence is positive only. Usain Bolt is the world's greatest sprinter. Of course, there is no any usage of negative word like no, nor, not, none, neither. If these words are used, that's going to be a negative sentence. But the given sentence is positive. Obviously, our answer is supposed to be. Obviously, our answer is negative only. How to write that? In the previous videos, I have already shown you that. See, first you have to write the question as it is. What is the question? Usain Bolt is the world's greatest sprinter. Well, in the answer, I have written the question as it is. Yes, done. Next, the very first step is replace full stop into comma. In the place of full stop, I have used comma here. And is given, it is positive sentence. When you make it negative, of course, it is not. But in tag question, we use contraction, I mean short form. So, is not short form is what? After the comma, isn't. Then we have to use the pronoun for the subject. Subject is nothing but the doer, or we are talking about. The pronoun for Usain Bolt is he, and end the question with question mark. So the right answer is Usain Bolt is the world's greatest sprinter, comma, isn't he? It's going to be the right answer. Question number D. Well, here it is. Well, passive voice is asked. Well, let's see. The paleontologists means I given the meaning here in the red letters, red fonts, which is not given in the question to make you, easier in understanding. So I have used the meanings of these words. The paleontologist means the person who study the fossil of animals and plants. Fossil is nothing but ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಗಿ ಹೋಗಿರೋದು, ಹುಗಿದು ಹೋಗಿರೋದು, we call it, right. The person who studies the fossil of animals and plants, that person is called paleontologist. So let's see. The paleontologists have unearthed in the sense which was hidden in the earth, they removed it. It was earthed, which unearthed it, an 80 feet long skeleton of Brachiosaurus recently. Since Brachiosaurus is a kind of a dinosaurus which is purely vegetarian. So the question is what the paleontologists have unearthed an 80 feet long skeleton of Basilosaurus recently. Means there is a team of paleontologists. They dug the earth, they removed, they unearthed what? An 80 feet long skeleton of Brachiosaurus recently. So this is what here the subject is what the paleontologist, and what is object, and 80 feet long of a Basiolus is, and recently is remaining part of the sentence which is not object, and the question is used with present perfect tense because have and has was used, and V3 is there nothing but past participle, it is present perfect tense. Let me give you the clue. You have to replace subject into object and object into subject. And according to the tenses, when present perfect is given, have, has is given, we are supposed to use the helping verb have been and has been. And the verb will be V3 and you have to add the word by. And the right answer is, see, the paleontologist is given subject, I replace with object, an 80 feet long skeleton of a Brachiosaurus. Have has is given, have been has been V3 plus by I use. So of course skeleton of a Brachiosaurus is a single, I'm going to use has been. Then V3 is unearthed by, I have used the word by, and object is replaced with subject, the paleontologist, and the remaining part of the sentence is recently and with a full stop. This is one of the way of transforming active voice to passive voice. The next one, question number E. Indians' greatest attribute. Attributes means the special contribution. The Indians' greatest attribute is its rich cultural tradition. What is the speciality of our Indian culture? The speciality is a rich cultural tradition. So what you have to do, the direction is insert an apostrophe in the right place. In this sentence, in a right place, we have to use the apostrophe. I have written the answer. Indians greatest. So Indians means Indians are there. There, the possession is Indians. Indians, here I use apostrophe. Here you will find. Indians' greatest attribute is its rich cultural tradition, and with a full stop, that's the answer. Well, question number 10, match the following with the message. Students, here left side column, occasion is given, right side, message is given, right? Occasion is the situation, in this situation, how we greet them. Meeting friends or colleagues. When someone is facing a difficult situation. Bidding farewell to friends going to holidays. Well, say bye-bye. Next, on achieving honor. Someone has achieved distinction. How do you respond them with the message? While visiting a sick person, someone is hospitalized, you go there and you are talking to them. What message you will give them? And the options are get well soon. Second one, have a great time. Third one, hey, what's up? Next, fourth one is take it easy. Last one is congrats, keep it up. Here the answers are with the messages. Let's cross check whether they are precisely right or not. Meeting friends and colleagues. When you meet friends and colleagues, hey, what's up? Of course, the right one. When someone is facing a difficult situation, we say, don't worry, take it easy. Bidding farewell to friends going on holidays. Somebody is going on holidays. You say bye-bye, right? How do you say that? Have a great time. is what the right message. Fourth one, on achieving honor or distinction. Someone achieved, someone attained distinction. How do you say? Option fifth is number one. Congrats, keep it up. And last one is while visiting a sick person. When you meet a sick person, what do you say? The message is get well soon. This is what the right matching of occasion and message. Students, let's move to the question number 11. Correct the following sentence. This is a bit challenging, students, because question number 11th mean is always inbuilt with all the grammatical parts. If I say like the question may be in the sentence correction. In SSC exams also such kinds of questions are asked, but they are highly challenging. But for case exam, you have to go through parts of speech, mistakes in parts of speech, mistakes in tenses, and misuse of actives and passives. Sometimes they'll ask you the error with the articles and the degrees of comparison, frame question, tag question, passive modals means like level one is can, could, may, might, should, must, would, need to, ought to, used to, dare to. And the second level of models are could plus have plus B3, may plus have plus B3, might plus have plus B3, should plus have plus B3, would plus have plus B3, need not plus have plus B3, a couple of. So these areas are asked in question number 11, 11th main. Students, in online classes, you will get a complete ideas of all the topics in a single attempt. You can crack any exam. That's my open challenge. Do join my online classes. Well, let's see the question number 1. World leaders have demanded economic situations against rogue state indulgent terrorist activity. What's wrong in it? Well, I have modified. World leaders have demanded for economic situations against rogue state indulged in terrorist activities. That is a meaningful sentence now. Well, go to the second question. Question number B. Carpooling. Students, pooling in the sense, traveling together. But carpooling is given. I mean, number of people, instead of, traveling individual cars, when we travel together with number of people, that's called carpooling. Carpooling means traveling together in a car instead of using our car individually. Why it is given? Let's see, there is a beautiful message in it. Okay, carpooling, this meaning is not given in the question, but I have written you so that you can understand easily. Carpooling or mass transportation reduce pollution to a great extent. Try to understand the stem meaning of the question. Carpooling, I mean traveling together in the car, or mass transportation. Mass transportation means traveling together. Reduce pollution to a great extent. Beautiful message. Instead of taking our own car when we are traveling, better travel together, which reduces the pollution, especially air pollution, to a greatest extent. Yes, it is true. What's wrong in it? There is a wrong with the usage of tense. It's not reduce, it is reduces because it is simple present is given. You have to add yes here, which I have written in the answer. Question number C. It is important to go for a walk beside having a fat and free diet. See, walking importance is given. If you go for a walk, it is very important that walking is very important to us, and having a fat-free diet. I mean, if you are fat, if you are feeling burly, right? It's a good diet is what it is given. Well, the right answer is it is not beside, because beside is a preposition. What is the meaning of beside? Students, beside in the sense akka pakka, agal bagal mein, aju baju. But here, comparison is what? Going for a walk is good. Moreover, reduces the fat. So it is not beside. Beside means akka pakka. No, it is besides. Beside means going for a walk is not only important but also, and it has moreover, fat reduces. So you have to use besides, add the letter yes. Besides in the sense melagi, uske alawa, right? In addition to, moreover. So that's the right answer. Question number D. Parents are too protective about their kids in today's world. Yes, parents are too protective about. No, not about. Parents are too protective to their kids in today's world. I mean, parents are very much worried about their protection of their children. They are very cautious about their children. It's not about it is to there is a right one. This is what the modification of sentence. Next one. Unless our country is not militarily strong, our freedom will not be secure. See, our freedom fighters fought for a nation, they staked their life for so many bloodshed was gone, and after that, finally, we attained liberty or freedom. But what you have to do is there is some mistakes in it, which sounds something weird, something strange. I feel like there is some mistake. It sounds something wrong. What is that? Unless our country is not militarily strong, students, unless is already negative, again not is used. This is not fair. Then how to write it? Unless our country is militarily strong, means if our country is not militarily strong, we cannot secure our freedom. That's the meaning. So the right answer is unless our country is militarily strong, we cannot secure our freedom. That's the right answer. Students, in the previous question paper also, the same word is asked, use the unless, as it's quite commonly asked. But there are some more like, do remember, they are called subordinate conjunctions. There are some pair of correlative conjunctions. You have to remember that, like neither nor, either or, if then. Likewise, these words are frequently asked, and one among them is unless is asked. So you remember that. Question number F. We should refrain to telling lies. This is a commonly used. It's not refrain to. It is refrain from. Refrain from in the sense, durairi, be away, maintain distance. We should refrain from telling lies. I mean, we should never ever tell lies. We should not lie. Better you should stay away from telling lies. Better tell the truth. So we should refrain from is the right phrase here. Question number G. Why have you picked up a quarrel with them? Pick up a quarrel. See, when you go for a marts, we pick up some packets which we want in day-to-day life. It's not pick up. It is nothing up. Picked into. Why have you picked into quarrel with them? In this is why involve yourself in a quarreling with others. So the right word is picked into, not pick up. The next one, I have never told a lie nor deceive anybody. Just now I told you that. I had never told a lie. The first action is what? I had never told a lie. Second one is I never deceived anybody. The right word is what? Subordinate conjunction. Use neither nor. The right answer is neither I have told lies nor deceived anybody. That's the right one. Question number I. The doctors have done a great job in traveling millions of parents. The mistake is the doctors is given student. Doctor is plural. We have to use have, not has. That's the only mistake. So doctors have done a great job in traveling millions of parents. Point to be noted here. For I, we, you, they, we use have, and for he, she, it, we use they. So doctors means they, so it is they have according to the tenses. Question number I. Excuse. Tsunami is a series of waves caused by the misplacement of waters in a ocean. The mistake is what? Not tsunami is a series of waves. The tsunami has a serious wave. Sorry, I'm sorry. I mispronounced here. I want to read it for you. Excuse. Tsunami is a series of waves caused by the misplacement of water in ocean. See, the right answer is tsunami has a series of waves. Not tsunami is not series of waves. Tsunami is means tsunami is not like tsunami has tsunami gave है tsunami को है. So tsunami has a series of waves caused by the misplacement of water in ocean. I think it is right, but still I have a confusion. Misplacement of water in the ocean. I feel bit difficult here. There is a chance of changing even this one also. It is not a satisfactory answer for me, but slightly I have changed it. It's not tsunami, it is tsunami has is going to be the right answer. If you are possible, try to change this word with some better word, right? You can comment this word. Well, next one, question number 12. What is that? Supply the correct form of the verbs given in the bracket. It's purely Verb form, I think. So verb forms might be like a V1, V2, V3, V4. If I give an example, eat, ate, eaten, eating. Next, develop, developed, developed, developing. Next one, sing, sang, sung, singing. Forgive, forgave, forgiven, forgiven, forgiving, like that. So all the students are dash to a movie after the exam. Very simple. Ammer is given. We are supposed to use ing form. That is present participle. So right answer is all the students. Go is given here. Go is not a suitable one. All the students are going. That's the right answer. Next one. The old couple dash board. Boarding in the sense what you know that getting into the train, aeroplane is what. The old couple board the plane with great trepidation. Students, trepidation means a kind of a fear or anxiety. Something like they are not ready to get into the aeroplane. Let's see that the old couple board the plane with great trepidation. Sorry, the old couple dashed the plane with great trepidation, means with much feeling of fear or anxiety. Of course, let me do it V2, simple past. The old couple boarded जो बुजुर्ग लोग थे ट्रेन में चढ़ गए ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಹೇಗೆ with great trepidation with fear and anxiety. Boarded is the right one. It is second form of the verb like board, boarded, boarding, second form V2 without it. So eat, ate like that. Sing, sang like that. Go, went, second form. Similarly, boarded is the right answer. Question number C. The scientist dash busy exploring the new ideas at present. Students, I have purposely underlined here at present in the sense present. So in the bracket B is given. What are the present B forms? Am, are, is. What are the past B forms? Was, were. What are the future B forms? Shall be, will be. Of course, at present is given. Of course, it is the present B form. Options are am, are, is. The scientists is given. Plural form. The scientist am, no. The scientist is, no. The scientists are. So, right answer is are. Students, here in present B forms with I use am. With we, you, they, names. Plural. Plural, we use are. And for singular, he, she, it, and name, we use is. But the scientist is given, it is plural form, Bahuvachana, are is the right answer. Question number D, it has a dash in the morning and it may rain in the night too. Leave this part, go with this part. It has a dash in the morning. What is the verb given? Rain. First form of the verb is rain. Second form of the verb is rained. Third form of the verb is rained. And ing form, present participle, is raining. What is the right answer? Students, clue is given. It has. Students, have, has is present perfect tense, where we use third form of the verb. In another word, we call it past participle. So the right answer is rain, rained, rained. Third form. So I have written, it has rained. But I have a confusion here. I want to ask this, the question paper setter. It has rained in the morning. Students, when we use present perfect tense, we do not use the timing of the action. Morning is given. I am not satisfied with this question. It has rained is enough. Morning is not necessary because that is the rule in present perfect tense. It rained in the morning. Simple past you can use. It rained in the morning. It rained in the evening. It rained yesterday. I passed my matriculation. I passed my mastery in 2020. We cannot say. I passed my mastery in 2020. We can say because this simple past. I said I passed. I have passed my mastery. I have done my mastery. When we use it, we cannot mention the timing, a date of like that. We cannot say I have passed my mastery in 2020. In 2020 is not necessary. I have passed my mastery. That is enough according to tense rules. Well, question number E. He dash hang the beautiful picture on the wall. He has a beautiful picture. He hang on the wall. We have to modify the tense. Shall I say he hanged? No, hang is this one. Death sentence. He hung because hang, hung, hanging. Hang, hanged, hanging is giving the death sentence. Beautiful picture, he cannot hang it. So he hung, hung, hanging. He hung. Simple past is enough. He hung the beautiful picture on the wall. So the right answer is he hung. These are the major questions related to most of the grammatical parts. Let's move to the next part. Students, next one is given beautiful question. Almost in conjunctions are asked. We call it linkers. Students, in conjunction there are varieties of. The very first one is coordinate conjunctions. We use it in compound sentence. Next, subordinate conjunctions we have. We use it in complex sentence. When we transform simple to compound and compound to complex, we use it. In online classes, I teach you all what are the coordinate conjunctions, how we use it, what are the subordinate conjunctions. There are some more, they are called correlative conjunctions. For central government jobs and for KPSC official jobs, these conjunctions are very, very important. Most of the students lose the marks when conjunctions are asked. We'll enjoy it in the online classes. Let's finish it. Let's complete it. A passage is given. There are 5 blanks. It looks like something like a closed test in SSC exams. Of course, it is not a closed test because you have to fill the blanks with the given clues in the brackets. And the clues are what? And mattu or with, uske saath, jotege, adarondige. Therefore, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ इसीलिए because ಏಕೆಂದರೆ क्योंकि nevertheless ಆದಾಗ್ಯೂ फिर भी उतना होते हुए भी. There are different meanings in Kannada as well as Hindi. So the passage is given, let's read it. A doctor working in a village was very unhappy. Dash many people would stop him in the street and ask his advice. There is a doctor who was in the village. He is unhappy because the people were stopping him in between on the way when they were walking for his advice. What to do? Like, I'm sick, I have this kind of ailment, what to do? He was never paid for such services. Means when he gave the advice, he prescribed them, he was never given a fees for that. He could not earn enough money. This is the reason he could not. He made up his mind to put an end to this. Once he decided that I have to stop this all nonsense because people taking a free service, they are not paying me at all. One day, he was stopped by a young man. As usually, once again, doctor was stopped by a young man. He said, Doctor, I am so glad to see you. I have got a severe stomach pain. See, he's coaxing. Doctor, I am glad to see you that I have some stomach pain. The doctor got angry because the people are not going to pay any money for his service. The doctor got angry. Dash he pretended. Pretend means he acted to be interested and said. He said, oh, is it? You have some stomach pain. He pretended like he interested in serving him, but in fact he was not. He said, close your eyes and stretch your tongue. And the patient closed his eyes and stretched his tongue. Then the doctor went away, leaving the man alone in the street. When he was standing with the closed eyes and tongue outside, doctor slightly escaped from that place. People who passed by had a healthy laugh. Dash understood the doctor's intention. Doctor went away, surrounded people. They started laughing at looking at the person who was a patient with a stomach pain, and he was with the closed eyes. He was stretching his tongue, and the people understood the intention of the doctor. This is what here is what the meaningful one. The doctor working in a village, a doctor working in a village, right, was very unhappy. Nevertheless, many people would stop him in the street and ask his advice. Let me explain in Kannada so that you can enjoy it, because most of the Kannada people, they want to know the answer, right? So that you can enjoy it. The doctor working in a village, ಒಬ್ಬ ವೈದ್ಯ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಅನ್ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಅವರು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಅಸಂತುಷ್ಟರಾಗಿದ್ರು. ನೆವರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್. ರೈಟ್, ಅಷ್ಟು ಅವನು ಅನ್ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಗೊತ್ತು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದಾಗ್ಯೂ ಜನರು ಅವನನ್ನ ನಡು ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಂಗೆ ಹೀಗಾಗಿದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. He was never paid for such services, therefore he could not earn money. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಫೀಸ್ನ ಕೊಡಲಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಅವನು ತನ್ನ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲೋ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಯು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಇಟ್. ರೈಟ್? ವೆಲ್, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಇಟ್. He was never paid for such services, therefore he could not earn enough money. ಅವನಿಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಸರ್ವಿಸಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ he was unhappy with the people's attitude. Let me continue. Well, he made up his mind to put an end to this. So he decided that ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. One day he was stopped by a young man. ಅದೇ ತರ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ. He said, "Doctor, I am so glad to see you. I have got a serious stomach pain. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಪೇನ್ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಿ." The doctor got angry because he pretended to be interested and said, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಬಂತು, ಅದನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಐಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ದೆನ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವೆಂಟ್ ಅವೇ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್. ಅವನಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ವಿತ್ ಹೀಸ್ ಟಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್. ಅವನು ನಾಲ್ಗೆ ತೆಗೆದಿರೋ, ಕಣ್ ಮುಚ್ಚಿರೋದನ್ನ ಅದೇ ಅವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟೋದು. ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲಾಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ಜನರು ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿನ ನೋಡಿ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಹಾಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಸಾರಿ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಇಟ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು 30 to 40 seconds time. Please go on. Sorry for the inconvenience. Please go on, students. Right. Students, hope you are getting the idea. If I am not wrong. Okay, let's see then. Let's see the rest of the part. Students, written is given visual, verbal communication, non-verbal, audio-visual, and options are cinema, lecture, emotions, signals, and mail. Can you please comment me with the right answers? Please go on. Heading to the next question, part C. Students, part C is what? A comprehension passage is given. Based on that, number of questions are asked. So read the following passage and answer the questions set on it. Right? This is what the passage. Right? You can read it about the ant. It's given. Second and third paragraph. And the final paragraph. Students, for KS exams, your speed of reading must be 150 words per minute so that you can understand the gist of the passage. Based on the questions, some questions are asked, and of course I am not going to read this one because on precis writing, comprehension passage and essay writing, I am going to make a separate video on it because I don't want to make it messy here. To write the essay writing, we have some 12 to 13 points. If you focus on that, even if you don't know the content, you can attempt it. If you know the content very well, you can give in the best ways. Though this is not comprehensive passage, there are so many clues, right? I'll discuss with you with another videos. Yes, again, these all questions are based on that up to question number D. Of even question number E is also based on this one only. Well, essay writing, yes. In and about 300 words you are supposed to attempt. Any one, 4 essays are given. Has English language created a divide in our society? I have written it about 300 words. Well, I'll discuss with you like how to write the essays and how to attempt it. Second, essay was should capital punishment be abolished or not? Yes, I have written my own views, right? I have to give the heading and title subheadings. And the third option was, are smartphones killing the pleasure of the reading in students? This is what I have written here. And the last one was D. Out of 4 essays, you can attempt any one. The last one is menace of terrorism. We say no menace of trade-offs, menace of threat of a terrorism. I have written here in my own ways. And question number 17, last question is always pressy writing. For pressy writing, we have a separate page in it, or separate page. Within that, you are supposed to write. Read the passage very carefully. I'm going to make a separate video on pressy writing. Actually, so many people pronounce it precise. It's not precise. It is pressy. And spelling you can also read PRECISC. E is supposed to be there, but the question paper it was not given. I have not written. Pressy in the sense you have to clinch the topic, clinch the matter. So after every passage, after the completion of a passage, it is clearly given there are totally 252 words. You have to reduce it to 1/3. Remember, 1/3. How to write it? I'm going to discuss with you in next videos. Precise should not exceed 80 to 85 words. 1/3 of 252 is 80 to 85 words. Neither less than 85 words nor more than 85 words you are supposed to maintain. So you have to give the title for it. For title you will get 5 marks. And if you write a pressy writing, it is 20 marks. Altogether 20 plus 5, 25 marks. This is what. Students, hope you enjoyed it, because in today's session I discussed in English only. In between a bit of Kannada I have used definitely. Students, online classes are going on. This is Basavaraj SV. You can contact my number 8951880403. Most of the